Good morning, everybody. It is 8:40. Welcome back to the program. Lou and Jackie here, and we're visiting with our friends from ReBalance Clinic and MedSpa. We do have Dr. Molly joining us, Dr. Molly James in the studio. And this is an amazing place, Jackie.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to get some balance back into your life, we're talking about some amazing things that are offered that you need to know about, including kind of getting your hormones back in check, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
And why is that important? Not only for women, but for men as well.
For both, yes.
Really?
Yes. So, again, our testosterone levels start dropping in our late 20s. And so what happens is by the time life gets hectic, you know, raising families and things like that, by your late 30s and 40s, people are starting to be symptomatic from that. They come in with things like anxiety, low energy, and it's diagnosed as depression or it's diagnosed as anxiety, and they're put on other medications that may help a little bit, but they have side effects, where the root cause of it can sometimes be a hormone issue that we can help.
So what are some of the typical things that someone might prescribe or give you if you're dealing with issues like this?
Yeah, for the hormones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a wide range, and there's a lot of misunderstanding about hormones because they're all thrown together. So what we're doing at our clinic is bioidentical pellet therapy. So it actually goes underneath the skin, and what's the advantage to that is you get the same dose constantly. So the levels go up and they stay up, but say you want to go train for a marathon, so your metabolism's going to go up, you're going to burn through those faster. Where if you take it through a different route, if you're doing a cream, you can't adjust the dose to adjust your needs.
Right.
Where if you say, I'm going to take the summer off, you go sit on the couch, your pellets are going to last a lot longer because you're not going to burn through them as quickly.
So as your metabolism increases, then the usage of the pellet will increase as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Because most times people would deal with this like in a cream form or a pill form or
Injections.
something like that.
Injections even,
Where
yeah.
the levels spike and drop and spike and drop. So yeah, and there's over 200 receptors for testosterone in the body. So it's doing a lot of other things as well.
How long does a pellet like this typically last?
Yeah, for women it's about 3 to 4 months.
3 to 4 months. That's quite a long time.
For men it's 4 to 5 months. So you take some men who are doing injections once and twice a week, you know, they don't like doing the injections, they have to remember it, they have to get the medicine, they have to get the syringes. You come to our office, you're doing it 2 to 3 times a year.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, so you guys do it completely different, and you say this is the better way of doing it.
Again, I totally believe in this route. The bioidentical, you know, there's safety data behind this. These have been around since the 1930s. So they have a safety history behind them. They kind of got muddied a little bit with all the hormone rage about 10 to 20 years ago when some data started coming out, but that was pills, that was patches, that was all different kinds, that was synthetic and bioidentical kind of thrown together. You know, it would just be saying, it's like saying blood pressure pills are bad. Well, there's an infinite number of kinds, so you have to break it down and look at each one separately. You know, you can't just categorize.
Right.
And when you look at hormones that way and you don't categorize them, you know, you see that the bioidentical really has a big advantage in this area.
Okay, so it's one thing to have the doctor say you need to be trying it. It's another one you can have a testimonial of someone who's gone through the procedure. So Holly, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Who has experienced getting the pellets, and what has it done for you? First of all, why did you even want to try this process?
You know, I've had a really kind of crazy couple of years and had some pretty serious medical issues, and I'm also going to be 50 in 11 days. So I'm menopausal, and my hormones were just completely out of whack. And met with Molly and really took some blood tests and found that this is definitely something that would be good for me. My estrogen levels are down, my testosterone's not in check, my thyroid is out of whack, and so we decided to go ahead with this particular procedure, and it has helped leaps and bounds.
Yeah, you're doing backflips over this, talking about leaps and bounds.
Really?
Now, what kind of pellets did you have?
You know, I think Molly would be one to probably explain that a little bit more.
So what did you do when Holly and Holly, okay, doctor, what procedure did you do on Holly?
So again, she would be a candidate for the estrogen in the pellets and the testosterone. So she would get those in her pellets, and then for certain women, they're also going to have to take a progesterone pill. So I always let people know up front what you're getting in.
We want to let people know that if you have a weak stomach, there is going to be showing you exactly what happens where it is under the skin. So we just want to give you a heads up on this. But if you want to know exactly
what it's like,
this is what happens. You go in.
Is this what you did, Holly?
Yes.
Okay. Molly, have you done this?
I have,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I was one of the first ones in our clinic, of course, because you know, one of the things I like about functional medicine and what we do is you don't tell your patients to do anything you're not willing to do and try yourself. So if I prescribe a diet, I've done it. If I do a stool test, I've done it. If I do pellets, I've done it. Like, I know exactly what it feels like so that I can share that with other people.
We remember talking to you last time about that, yes.
And this is the upper hip area where they're physically injecting pellets, correct?
So that's a little tunneling device so that we can put, the pellet is like a big grain of rice. You can see it there. Yep, it's hard to see. He slipped it in pretty quickly there.
It's almost like using a buttoneer.
Yep, and we tunnel it under the skin so it can't pop out.
Right.
So that way it's under a little bit. You have a nice little sterile dressing, and you kind of take it easy. For women, it's 3 days, so super easy. For men, they kind of take it easy for 7 days, and we don't do squat exercises.
Okay.
And you just
now,
leave
can
that
you
dressing
shower
on.
with that patch on there, that bandage on?
Yep,
okay.
you can't swim.
Right.
So no hot tubs or swimming pools, things
Okay.
like that, because we don't want that tract to get infected.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty easy. You know, we see results as early, you know, about 7 days up to, depending on where we're starting off. You know, some people, it's taken 2 to 3 weeks for them to really start to feel
All right,
the
Holly,
effects.
how long did it take for you to start noticing a difference? Because you said it's a marked difference.
Right.
I
would
and
say
this is just looping again, so we don't.
Right.
Thank you for showing that.
I would say probably about 10 days. It would be a good guess, but I don't have the hot flashes anymore.
What was the first thing you noticed?
Hot flashes, definitely.
They just disappeared?
They, especially at night. If for many of us women that go through menopause, we know about those wonderful night sweats, and they're gone. I do not have that problem anymore. I'm getting much better sleep. My skin is so much better. And even my hair. I know it seems a little odd to say that, but I feel better. I have so much more energy, and just the sleep is a big part of it.
Well, that's part of the
getting
energy,
lots
yeah.
of sleep.
And why would we be seeing something in hair and skin?
Because it boosts collagen, and it just kind of increases the rate of hair growth. So that's a good thing for some areas and not a great thing for other areas for women. But you know what I noticed the first time I did it, you know, I'm working 14, 16-hour days, and I'm usually pooped, and you go home and you're on the couch. I was kind of jamming in my car on the way home, you know, at the end of a 14-hour day, thinking about going to run. So, you know, we use this, again, this is one of our tools. We use this because so many people say, I don't even feel good enough to like start to think about eating healthy or exercise. Like, I'm so tired, I don't have energy to do that. And so what I say is, this is your tool to get the energy to do it, but then you have to do the work.
Right.
You got to get moving.
It's not a magic bullet.
It's not a magic bullet. You know, you still have to do movement. You still have to work on what you're eating, because we want everything to be aligned with you feeling good and moving forward. We don't want anything working against what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah,
So,
just giving them the ability to do that.
yeah, yep. So, you know, in our clinic, we're just not a hormone clinic. There are places that are.
I was going to say,
we're not.
Let's talk about the protocol and how you guys are different from everybody else.
We are. So, it doesn't do me any good to fix somebody's hormones if they then go have a heart attack because we didn't check their cholesterol or this or that, or we didn't address their inflammation or their diet or their obesity. So, you know, we start with what they come in for. So if you come in for hot flashes, let's get your hormones addressed so you get feeling better, but then let's get you, you know, let's get these other things checked out. Let's be really proactive with your health. Let's, you know, if you're having GI issues, let's get that diagnosed and figure out root cause so that we can help you. Our mission is to help patients heal from the inside, so you can get off meds and have energy and be healthy naturally.
And find that balance in your life.
Find that balance.
And knowing about GI issues, we talked briefly about this, and these tests are pretty detailed, aren't they?
Yeah, these aren't tests that you get just at your normal clinic. These are integrative labs. The stool test that we do, I talk about this a lot with my patients. It's an 8 to 10 page report on your stool. So it's a lot of really interesting information. It talks about your microbiome, which we're finding is so important in mental health, physical health, insulin regulation.
And if you're trying to figure out a GI problem, for example, a gastrointestinal problem, you need to find out what your body is doing with the food that you eat and what it's not doing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, you know, the microbiome, the bacteria in your gut, they help you break down food, process it, make vitamins, insulate your do your insulin metabolism. So it's responsible for so many things people don't think about.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All right, it's called ReBalance because it's trying to bring back that balance in your life. If people want more details, Doctor, how can they go about doing that?
Yeah, so check out our website, give us a call, make an appointment and come in and just see you know, what we have to offer, because a lot of times people come in for something and we test something completely unrelated and get better results.
Absolutely. And they're just down the road from us, which we absolutely love. Check them out online. Go get a visit, make an appointment. It literally could change your life.
It could.
So, Holly, bottom line, it works.
Absolutely works.
There you go.
Recommend it.
There you have it, folks. It's 10 minutes.